One of the things that I love the most is the corporate gaslighting, when it is so painfully obvious that there are changes, and they will come out and say, no, actually nothing will change, and they will talk about the non-issue. Like something that most people don't even care about. Like, when is the last time you went on the internet and you managed to see someone complaining about Homer strangling Bart? Like, how do I know that that thing is so rare, so fringe, so niche, that I am so comfortable sitting here in front of all of you guys and be able to say that you can't find this on the internet? I'm sure, like, some of you may, like, have come up on an argument like that, but, like, how rare is it? So, no, most arguments against The Simpsons is that, number one, it's going woke. And it is. I mean, you actually had them simping over the squad. They had an entire episode where the writers almost all but endorse the squad. And the reason that this is a bad thing to do, like, first of all, you're current daying it. Secondly, it was cringe as fuck. Third, it doesn't resonate outside of the United States. I mean, I, from Romania, managed to see episodes of The Simpsons, and the reason they were aging so well is because they weren't being current-dayed to the point where they would endorse actual politicians. And they would do it so one-sided, like presenting that this politician is good and everyone else is bad. But anyway, right, so I took homage with that. But even then, you can say that, well, okay, but, like, it's an American show, so it's going to have, like, American themes. Like, there have been other themes that have been current day, that they have aged well. But to fire the voice of the actor, Apu, that was the last straw. Like, newsflash, voice actors aren't like real actors. Like, you don't have to look the part. You don't have to go through the actor's family tree. You do not have to do a DNA test on them. You do not have to, do the skull measurements to see if the actor should or shouldn't play the part. That is absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, it's also racist, because I've been told that the best person needs to fit the job, and you literally fired the guy because he was of the wrong race. Even though the guy was doing a fantastic job, even though he was renowned around the world, even though he helped create that character, you decided to fire him because of a couple of chuckle fucks getting offended on Twitter. So don't tell me, right? Don't come on my fucking computer screen and telling me that nothing's changing at The Simpsons. Like, with that decision, and by the way, that decision in itself isn't the problem. It's just a symptom of the problem. Like, I know things are really, really fucking bad when you take a fringe radical ideology and you listen to it. Like, I don't need to know anymore. Like, I already know, like, yeah, you're not going to make offensive jokes anymore. You're not going to be able to go against the culture. You're not going to have the balls of South Park to go against Disney. You're going to just make the most milquetoast, safe cartoons imaginable because you are terrified by the far-left activists. So everything that the far-left activists say, that it's okay to have in The Simpsons. Anything that goes against them, you're not going to have in The Simpsons. And it's going to be, like, more like pandering. It's part of the panderverse. That's what it's going to be. So this is why, like, most people are tuning out. You can't be funny if you're not willing to be edgy. Like, look at the humor from the 90s. You had moral busybodies, Christians that didn't like any type of violence in cartoons. They didn't like any of that. And then you have things like South Park, Beavis and Butthead, and all the other shows that we grew up with, that would have gratuitous violence, specifically to piss off the Christians. Like, specifically done in order to piss off the moral busybodies. And if they didn't like it, they shouldn't watch it. I mean, holy fuck, the first episode of South Park, right? Like you're deep into Christian America. You're like, when everyone is concerned about stuff that's on television, when you have, like, concerned mothers writing letters to corporations because they use the word damn in an advert. Like, that happened, by the way. But anyway, right, so, like, during this culture, you have South Park that's making the first episode about Christmas and Jesus Christ throwing ninja stars at Santa Claus. And they're trying to kill each other and Kenny dies. Like the most offensive cartoon they could have possibly created during that era, they have done. And then they double down with the first South Park movie, where they're basically saying that all the concerned mothers are the villains and blame Canada. right? Like that is what makes something great. That is what you create as a timeless masterpiece that goes around the world. And The Simpsons used to do similar things, but I do not expect that they are going to do it now. I do not expect that any of the circles that I go into, I'm going to have conversations. Hey, did you see the last episode of The Simpsons? Oh, did you like that? No, like no one talks about that. People just fucking watch it out of inertia. I don't think like there's going to be many of the new generations that are going to choose The Simpsons over the Has-Been Hotel. Again, like the only reason that it's still going is because it's The Simpsons. But I wonder like for how long. So regarding the fact that Homer Simpson is strangling Bart, who fucking cares? It's violence, right? Like American television right now is all for violence. Like you can be as gratuitous and have as much gore and do like whatever you want. It's fine. Like no one is going to be shocked. No one is going to be surprised, right? The Simpsons actually used to have like their cartoon versions with the little cat and mouse, I remember, where it was very violent and it showed like a level of brutality that people at that era weren't accustomed to, which is, you know, like cool because it was edgy. But nowadays, like The Walking Dead is primetime television, like the violence in Game of Thrones, so on and so forth. Now, if you were to add tits, if you were to add traditional standards of beauty, that would shock Americans. Like, that would shock the modern sensibilities. And you can have, like, some really interesting cultural commentary, how America went from actually showing tits in Hollywood, like, actual big screen Hollywood movies, where you would have slashers, you know, where the teenage girl goes with her friends to, like, some cabin in the woods, and there's a killer there, and before that they have sex, and there's, like, big titties on screen, right? Like, America went from that to the point where they're now concerned that Mortal Kombat has an offensive line in it. Or they're concerned that My Hero Academia shows cleavage. Or ChatGPT just flat out refuses to draw any type of boobs. And I'm not talking about naked boobs. I'm talking like about any type of woman that has C-sized breasts. Like they just make androgyny flat as a board, right? Because this is what they want the public to like. And to show me that like, oh, well, this is what people consider edgy, get the fuck out. Stop gaslighting me, please. I do not need your gaslighting. People are more intelligent than that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And usually I don't ask, but I should. Because if I don't, then who will? If you want to support my channel, there is a link to the subscribe star in the pinned comment. Alternatively, you can become a member. And if you want, you can also give me a super thanks. That's the easiest thing to do. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.